Hello again, spy. Today again we have two stories, let's listen to it. First story. Title: Should I feel guilty for buying a cheaper engagement ring? I've been with my fiancée for 4 wonderful years, and for the last 2, we've shared our lives under the same roof. Around 5 months back, we had one of those big talks about our future and decided that 2024 would be the year we take the plunge into engagement. She sweetly told me she wanted me to pick out the ring, but not without dropping some hints about the style she fancied. So, off I went on the quest for the perfect ring, armed with her preferences. To my pleasant surprise, I stumbled upon a ring that not only matched her tastes but also carried a much lighter price tag than I had anticipated. In my mind, I had budgeted around $10,000 for this significant symbol of our love, but to my wallet's delight, it rang up at a mere $3,500, courtesy of the magic of lab diamonds. And just to put any worries to rest, the jewelry store I purchased it from boasts an impeccable 40-year reputation in the business, so no corners were cut there. Needless to say, when I presented her with the ring, her eyes lit up, and she couldn't stop smiling. She proudly showed it off to her friends, who all showered it with compliments. But then, a couple of nights ago, she popped the dreaded question: how much did it cost? Now, we're both practical people, and we've always been transparent about finances, so I didn't hesitate to tell her. Yet, her reaction caught me completely off guard. Instead of sharing in my excitement, she seemed genuinely disappointed. You see, despite the ring being exactly what she wanted, she had expected me to splurge a bit more, given my income of $160,000. While she wasn't looking for me to adhere to the outdated 3-month salary rule, she did confess to feeling a tad let down that I had spent less than what I make in a month. This struck me as odd, considering her usual thrifty nature and sensible approach to money matters. This unexpected turn of events has cast a shadow over what should be a joyous time for us. We've gone from eagerly anticipating our engagement to navigating this unforeseen bump in the road. It's left me feeling a bit deflated, and I can't help but wonder if this is indicative of deeper issues in our relationship. I'm hopeful that we can work through this and return to the blissful state we were in before. In the meantime, any advice on how to navigate this situation or whether I should give her space to come to terms with it would be greatly appreciated. Update. First off, I just want to address those who are quick to label my fiancée as a gold digger. Let's put that notion to rest. She actually has more savings than me, out-earned me during the initial stages of our relationship, and stands to inherit a substantial sum from her family, whereas I won't be so lucky. So, if she's in it for the money, she's certainly not playing the game very well. Furthermore, when we discussed our timeline for engagement, she specifically mentioned wanting a lab diamond to ensure that no one was harmed in the process. So, please, spare me the accusations about her wanting a blood diamond. I'm not sure where that assumption came from, but it's entirely off base. It's worth noting that lab diamonds have become significantly more affordable in recent years, something neither of us fully appreciated until now. As for the update, last night, over a cozy sushi takeout and wine night, I mustered up the courage to express how her initial reaction had left me feeling. To my relief, she was incredibly apologetic and confessed that she had been feeling terrible about it all day at work, racking her brain for ways to make it right. She acknowledged that her feelings were illogical and stemmed from societal expectations that dictate the man should make grand financial sacrifices in the name of romance. But we both know that's just plain silly. Looking ahead, we're in a good place. She even pointed out that the lower cost of the ring means we can allocate more funds toward our shared goal of buying a house once our lease is up. It's refreshing to see her perspective shift in such a positive direction. To those who offered thoughtful advice, thank you. As for the others who may lack real-world relationship experience, well, let's just say I'll take your input with a grain of salt. Peace out, everyone. Second story. Title: Disowning our son for cheating? Our son is in college and he's been dating his girlfriend for a long time. Unfortunately, he cheated on her with his ex-girlfriend. My wife advised him to tell his girlfriend the truth, but he didn't listen. After a month passed with no confession, my wife decided to step in. The girlfriend was heartbroken. However, despite the betrayal, it seems like our son and his girlfriend are still in touch, acting like nothing happened. My wife is really upset about what our son did, and I am too, but I prefer not to get involved in our kids' romantic troubles. After all, he's an adult now. My wife, on the other hand, wants to cut off all contact with him because she sees his actions as unforgivable. I disagree with her on that. I think it's extreme to compare him to Hitler just because he cheated. I'm worried that my wife will regret pushing him away, especially if he continues talking to the rest of the family but ignores her. Update. Everyone was eager for an update from my previous post. It turns out our son was dismissive because he was hiding a major bombshell. He got both girls pregnant. Shocking, I know. As it turns out, the girlfriend was still in contact with him because of the pregnancy. The other girl has decided to have an abortion. In a surprising twist, the girlfriend has forgiven our son for his cheating. They've patched things up and are even planning to keep the baby. However, my wife is absolutely livid about the whole situation. She's blocked our son on every platform imaginable and wants nothing to do with him anymore. She's made it clear that she's done, and she doesn't even care if I continue talking to him. In her eyes, he's dead to her.